Hey, welcome back. I'm having a hard time today talking because of what happened last week. It just feels very quiet in here. I'm getting flashbacks to when I first started recording and my voice was really quiet. And I couldn't talk louder than this. So what happened last week was I heard the guy below me make a noise. I thought maybe he was mad at me for being too loud. Probably not. But I'm feeling bad. Like I can't do this, but I want to keep doing this. I guess I could. I don't know what to do. It's a bummer. I guess I won't talk about too much today, and I'll just try to work myself up to talking louder than this. So we'll see what happens. I had notes and stuff, but I don't know. I don't want to waste them on today.
That's good, yeah. Get them to break the rules, too.
You don't think it's worth it?
Let's see how
I
much
don't know what to
trouble we're
do.
in when we get back.
Huh. You love it.
I was getting so comfortable, too.
So, Craigie, Owen, you were right. Thanks for dragging me into this amazing place.
I'll think about it.
I feel so bad. I feel a little bit like when I was doing... I did a vlog where I recorded in my living room and I couldn't talk. But that was kind of fun because I was supposed to be quiet and I had the microphone up to my face and I was whispering. I'm being too loud. I can tell I'm being too loud. Ugh.
Oh, God.
So this was the dad, I
This is our
think.
boat, Captain.
Shit.
Loud, be loud. I do like this note. You might hear the table squeaking because I have my arm on it because I'm leaning close to the mic, and you probably can't even see me because the mic is going to cut me out, but...
His kids ran off to join the Scars.
Well, this feels awful.
Well, on the bright side, I found these keys.
What is wrong with you?
This is going to be
It's a
terrible to
skeleton. He
watch.
doesn't need them.
It's a good thing
I just
nobody's
don't
really watching
understand how
anymore.
anybody willingly joins the Scars.
Why not?
Because they're an insane
Another thing
cult.
was I changed where I'm sitting in my room. I don't know why I did this. Stupid.
We were naive. We weren't fanatical.
I'm closer to the wall in the bedroom, which I think is worse
It's not
for
the
the guy
same.
below me because I'm
saying,
thinking like
Don't say shit like
the
that.
radiators on the wall.
Okay, alright.
I'm just imagining it's like amplifying my voice somehow through the radiator downstairs. Is that possible? This is what social anxiety does to your brain. I'm a smart person, right? But this doesn't make sense. Why am I thinking this? Why can't I talk louder than this? Hey, boy. I think we're getting close to the end. Maybe, probably not this week. If I do 7 episodes, we'll see what happens.
Wanna try those keys?
Did I explain good enough why I'm talking quiet? Like if you watch a video from a couple weeks ago, I'm talking much louder than this. Then in an episode I did last week,
Got it.
the guy below me made a noise in my apartment.
Damn. Painting this must have taken forever.
And it made me feel like he could hear me. And that was terrifying. But I can talk louder. I had gotten to a point where I was talking louder. So much louder than this. I was so happy. I was so proud of myself. I made a stupid tweet a couple days ago. Like, oh, look at how much better I'm getting. This is what we call a learning week, where we learn to
Don't
get
tell me you wanna go down there.
better,
Come on.
I guess.
Owen,
Last thing. Promise.
Oh, when will you learn? I'm afraid of heights.
Just, don't look down.
just go.
You're good.
So, can I talk louder? No. I'm gonna compare this to like 2 weeks ago and see how much louder I was talking. I bet this is how loud I was talking when I was first starting.
I'd love to meet this kid.
Oh, it feels so awful.
There's a scar. Maybe you have.
Jesus, I sure hope not.
Let's just enjoy the game. Come on. This doesn't have to
Solid
be
board,
about you
nice.
talking all the time.
Excellent craftsmanship.
Look at Owen, he's
Whoa.
fun.
Get on in here.
There's a cutscene coming up.
Wow.
Yeah. You see that? Told you they were spotted.
Yeah, yeah.
You want me to slow down?
No,
Is it this? It's this, isn't it? You are disgusted by it. Come on, Ab.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. Talk to me.
I know all the leads have dried up, but Joel's still out there, you know?
I know. What can I do?
Let's go back. We can still make training.
You go ahead.
What about you?
I'm gonna hang out with the SEALs for a little while.
I'm sorry.
I told you already. Don't be sorry.
if Owen's somewhere else.
He's there.
Let's get off the roof before someone sees us.
Sorry.
Can I
Okay.
talk you out of it?
I have to take a second. I want to talk about this game like I've been talking about it before. The cutscenes. That was my favorite part of playing this game. Talking about the cutscenes. That's what I posted on Twitter. I broke my Twitter silence. I'm just thinking, like, how could I be so stupid and think that the guy below me couldn't hear me? This past year, I was just talking so much. I don't know what to do. Set everything up. I don't want to waste that and stop. But is it possible to keep doing it like this? I don't know what to do. I can hear him. Just moved something. Oh. If I talk louder than this, the other thing about recording next to my window is you can hear the cars better probably, so that's annoying for you, I'm sure.
No,
Sorry I made this
We don't know
stupid
what
video all
happened.
about me.
I gotta find him.
I mean, if you really killed Daddy...
Let's just
Fuck, Danny. I'm jealous
do
Owen
it
got to
again.
shoot him before I did.
Whoa, Abby.
I do appreciate you helping me sneak out like this.
How are you getting to the aquarium? The highway?
Can't. Too many patrols. I get spotted for sure. I'll rough it. Aquarium's due west of here. Keep following the sun, right? I've done this before.
Not with this many scars in the area.
Manny, please.
Alright?
It's not really that
No,
late. It's only 7:40, but I still... The thing I care about is that he can hear me. I don't want him to be able to.
Down this way.
Hey. Thanks.
For this?
Yeah, and other stuff, you know. You're a good friend.
What's wrong with me?
I can handle all this emotion.
I don't get it. Probably made it worse that I'm closer to the
Looks clear.
wall.
Come on.
I don't know if it would help if I moved. Went over there. Well, it is nice to get reminders that this is a real
Wish me luck.
thing that happens.
Find him. Don't hit him too hard.
I'll do my best.
Seriously. Watch yourself out there.
See ya.
I have a problem.
Okay.
And it's nice to be reminded of that, because sometimes, like I met this guy, I mentioned last week, I was going to meet this guy. I met him today from the church. We had like a one-on-one conversation. I wrote notes about it. I was going to talk about it. It went well. I was feeling good. And then I had to do this stupid thing. I think from now on I will have to do it on Saturdays.
Great.
Like Saturday afternoon.
What is that smell?
I had gotten into a good rhythm of like record on Friday, then edit on Saturday. Like do that anymore. Yeah, okay. I think this will be a one-off episode, and then I'll record more tomorrow. I can't do it. I did get a comment like a week ago. And the guy was like, "You talk too much." So this episode's for you. Back by request, I will not be talking.
Guess I'm going over that wall.
You requested it. The guy below me requested it. Nobody wants me to talk. This is what it's always like. It's always been like for me. Any little thing that happens, and my brain's like, okay, just shut up. No talking. That's like a defense that I have. Anything goes wrong, I just shut down.
Nice.
It's a weird thing, I guess. I'm like, well, nothing can go wrong if nobody talks, right? Nobody can get mad. Nobody can yell. Nobody can get angry if nobody's talking. Let's all just like chill. Take a second.
Oh shit!
That's a pretty bad pimples today, these ones.
That's a great start.
I don't like this. Stop touching them. And up here isn't great either. So maybe they'll get better by tomorrow. I've been saying that for 10 years. Oh, maybe your pimples will be better by tomorrow. And those ones get better, then you got another one pop up here and pop up here. The episodes I recorded last week on Saturday, I think I was able to talk a little bit, so. He was mad at me. He was yelling at me. Oops. I was supposed to do that. I wasted my coffee. I'm almost out of coffee. I'm going to make more tomorrow. So after this, I'm going to watch the Mets. And they're going to lose because they suck. Torture myself. Those stupid Mets.
What the hell? That guide you right off a cliff. These freaks are in our backyard.
Okay. I really didn't expect this to happen. Even last Friday when I was recording, I wasn't talking this quiet. But I can't talk any louder. Man, so weird. I was doing it for over a year. I was talking louder than this. I wish I did ASMR, because then I could just whisper. Maybe I could try to explain what I'm feeling right now. Maybe it's something about anxiety is like you're just hyper aware of other people. So I'm just like projecting myself downstairs into this guy's apartment and being like, but everything's happening in my head, so I don't know. It's that uncertainty of like, well, I know if I whisper he can't hear, but if I talk any louder I can hear. It's like once I set this whisper standard, anything louder than that is going to sound super loud to me. So I'm assuming the guy below me is like hearing it as loud as I can hear it. And I think that these walls are kind of thin. Sometimes I can hear the guy next door. I know if I talk at a normal volume, he probably can't hear what I'm saying, but he could hear me talking. Probably. I don't know. The guy next door is, they speak Spanish, so I hear them. I don't understand them, but it's just because they're speaking Spanish. I don't understand Spanish, so maybe if they were speaking English, I could hear them. So I'm thinking, okay, my living room is connected. There's a wall between my living room and their living room next door. So if I can hear them when they're talking, then if there's the floor separating me from the person below me, so that's like one wall. So he could hear me as much as I could hear the person next door if he's right below me, which he was last week, because when I heard him yell, I could tell it was directly below me. Oh, brother, I wish I was better. I wish I didn't care. I try not to be too nice to myself and be like, oh, you just care about other people and you don't want to bother anybody. But I don't care about that guy. Sometimes he plays loud music and I'm like, I should play loud music to annoy him. It has nothing to do, well, maybe it has a little bit to do. I'll be a little bit nicer to myself. It has a little bit tiny bit to do with caring about other people. And I was thinking about that today, like, I don't know, what if the guy below me, like, he hates his job, like I hate my job, and he's had a long day. He just wants to come home and relax. His boss has been yelling at him all day. He's been doing hard work. He comes home and he's like, okay, finally I can relax. And then what happens? This person above him's talking nonstop, super loud, won't shut up for 3 hours. He's like, come on. Can I get just 1 minute of peace? And then he yells, ah. That's what I'm imagining. I know social anxiety, another thing about it is it's very self-centered, like narcissistic. You think everything is about you, even if it's... You assume like everybody hates you, kind of. You assume everything you do is dumb and annoying. I want to keep this episode under 30 minutes, but I did want to just talk about what's happening because it is, I think it is might be interesting to watch. It just feels so bad. Yeah, I'll end. I don't know. I was just thinking about that time when I was playing Mario 64 and I could hear the guy below me he's having like a party. He had people over. And you could hear it in the recording. Sometimes it would yell. I don't know why it never sunk in that maybe I'm being too loud and he could hear me. Just last week when it was really quiet and late. I was like, yes, he can hear me. Yeah. Well, what are we gonna do? I guess tomorrow, during lunch. I'm still gonna be pretty quiet, but louder than this. I can't do this. I can't whisper for 7 episodes. It's ridiculous. I got all set up and I got my coffee and put the camera up and I got my pop-ums to give me some energy. Some sugar energy. It's really working, can you tell? I've got a lot of energy. Oh, Jesus Christ, help me. Okay. I can't, it's over. It's done. I should keep doing this, right? Should I just stop doing this? It's been helping me so much. I met this guy today and I was talking to him like a normal person. It's the first time I've ever done anything like that, except for with the therapist, I guess. It felt so normal. the universe can be cruel sometimes. You feel good and you're like, oh, I'm getting better. And then this happens. And you're like, oh yeah, I forgot that I suck. I don't know, let's end on a happier note or something. Everything's kind of terrible right now. The stupid virus and cops killing people and I don't know. I guess I'll see you tomorrow, and I know nobody's asking me to do this. It's only really helping me, but maybe it could be a little bit uplifting that, like, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I promise I'm gonna be back. Maybe you hate me for some reason and you don't want me to be back, but I have to keep doing this. I have to keep trying. Yeah, I'm being so melodramatic and emo, and I hate when I'm like that. Just be happy, stupid idiot. Alright, I just have to end there. I'll just keep being sad and talking about myself more and more. I hope everybody's doing okay. Nobody's watching this except me. That's a good thing. It's been almost 2 years and I still don't know what I'm doing. Don't know how to make a good YouTube show. You made progress today. You talked to that guy. That was good. You're getting better. I'm gonna make myself cry. Okay. I'll be back tomorrow. And we'll keep playing The Last of Us. And maybe I can have some fun talking about it and the cutscenes that I like, and the story is interesting. What's going on with Abby, her arc and everything. That last cutscene was good with Owen, but I have to stop. I'll see you tomorrow. I promise.